Hi everybody, this is Football Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host, and welcome back to the Football Hut, and hopefully you like this video, and hit that subscribe button. This video we're going to talk about this deal that ESPN and the NFL have. As you know, ESPN is owned by Disney, and they made this deal with the NFL. Now we're going to find out where the talent goes, and what it means. What does this mean for the people on the air, reading the copy, and trying to say that they have their own opinions. But anyway, this is from Outkick. What ESPN NFL deal could mean between Rapoport, Rich Eisen, not Rich Eisen. Hope he's not getting fired. Other talents. The NFL and ESPN are joining forces. Here's where all the pieces fall. They didn't write that, right? ESPN and NFL Network are expected to announce a deal next week that gives ESPN control of the NFL media properties in exchange for an equal stake in the sports network. This is Disney. So Disney's putting a stake in this. Oh boy, this is worse than Nike. Under the agreement, ESPN will acquire Red Zone. This is Disney. Disney will acquire Red Zone, NFL Network, 7 additional regular season games, and other media rights. According to the New York Times, the NFL's equity stake in ESPN could be worth billions. So boy, Disney has their hands in everything. I wonder if we're going to see Mickey Mouse running around more than usual. Trying to do all kinds of crazy stuff. The deal will allow ESPN to bundle Red Zone with its existing cable networks and upcoming carriage negotiations, and include it as an add-on for its upcoming $29.99 per month direct-to-consumer app. Man, that's expensive. $30 a month? That's terrible. Like $360 for this? For the league, the NFL launched the network in 2003 with hopes of challenging ESPN and gaining greater control over the narrative surrounding America's most popular sport. However, the channel has struggled to attract more than a few 100,000 viewers at a time and has become increasingly costly to operate. ESPN is expected to operate NFL's network similarly to how it runs SEC Network, maintaining as a separate channel with complementary, more niche programming that counters flagship shows like First Take. It's more like Insane Take. Those people are nuts on that show. Between Stephen A. Smith and Mad Dog Russo and all the rest. This is like going into the insane asylum. This is like going into the nerves. It's like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Waiting for like Christopher Lloyd and Danny DeVito and Jack Nicholson to show up. Along with the rest of them. Sports Center and PTI. The question is how that impacts existing and future NFL network talents. Rich Eisen, not Rich Eisen, is the NFL network's highest paid employee and its lead host. He's safe. Oof. God bless him. I don't want to see anything happen to him. In fact, ESPN is already back in business with Eisen after recently agreeing to license his daily radio show. But then there is everyone else. Everyone else. NFL Network is competitive with ESPN in just one area. Breaking news. Nearly every NFL scoop is reported by either ESPN's Adam Scheffler or NFL Network's Ian Rapoport and Tom Pelissero. Soon they will all be under the same umbrella. Chris Mortensen welcomed Scheffler to ESPN from the NFL Network in 2009. And a New York Times profile, ESPN NFL exec Markman credited Mortensen for encouraging ESPN to sign Scheffler, his chief rival at the time. Mortensen told me, quote, "Seth, if you can get Adam Scheffler, you get him." Markman recalled, Mort and Scheffler grew incredibly tight, and as Mort's health deteriorated following his diagnosis and Scheffler climbed into the top chair, Mort coached him behind the scenes. Scheffler could be like Mort and become Rapoport and Pelissero to the roster, or he could want to continue competing against them and push them away like former Adrian Wojnarowski did to other NBA insiders when he joined ESPN in 2017. For what it's worth, Scheffler is viewed as a team player within the company. Another name to watch is Colleen Wolfe, who previously hosted Thursday Night Football on the NFL Network. Wolfe, a talented host, is someone ESPN could either elevate or view as expendable, given the number of the NFL hosts already on the roster. We suggest elevating Wolfe. Why? However, as an attractive blind woman, there we go. She would mortify ESPN writer David Dennis Jr., his words, not ours. Screw him. Want some hot blonde on there. Some eye candy. Likewise, ESPN could go in any number of directions with the bevy of former... Well, maybe they'll put some... I don't want to say it. You know what Disney likes to do. She's probably gone. If she's read it, I know she'd be gone. For the record, don't expect any of them to race shame the wives of other men. They'll leave that to current ESPN employee Ryan Clark. I don't know what the hell it means. If ESPN decides to move any current NFL network personalities to the main channel, Kyle Brandt and Jane Slater would be the best candidates. Brandt, the co-host of Good Morning Football, is a natural for ESPN's studio shows, and so lives New York, despite the show's move to Los Angeles. In theory, Brandt could be a candidate to join his former co-host, Peter Schrager, if and when ESPN launches a new talk show at the 2 p.m. Eastern time slot. Slater is the top Dallas Cowboys reporter in the country and brings real journalism chops, having previously covered hard news. She's also a fun, charismatic personality who could contribute to shows like Get Up, Insane Take, and NFL Live. Finally, prediction: ESPN analyst Phil Yates will be one of the biggest talent winners of the deal. Yates is ESPN's lead fantasy football guru, and ESPN will acquire the NFL's fantasy football business as part of the agreement. Sources also say that NFL Network had interest in adding Yates to Good Morning Football prior to the agreement with the ESPN. Yates could be one of the personalities who appear on both ESPN and the NFL Network. Oh, and for those worried they will see Stephen A. Smith shining on the set of NFL Red Zone, you aren't alone. God. Again, like I said in the previous video, he reminds me of the guy from In Living Color. That character Damon Wayans played, the convict, where you just talk complete total gibberish, and then you add in the mix where they scream on Insane Take, and they bring in Mad Dog. Oh my God! I mean, you get some medication for these people. I mean, really need some medication for them. They could, I would say they could be interesting. That could be interesting. The first take with them could be very interesting to do stuff on them. It's not a bad idea, now that I think about it. Me talking about Brusso's crazy, insane ideas about sports, and Stephen A. Smith not knowing what's going on in the world, even though everybody says he could be the next president of the United States. That could be very entertaining videos. Interesting. Well, thank you for watching this video, and of course, please subscribe to the Football Hut, and I'll see you later.